conversation. Now, this is a good example of, again, taking my time, me just hanging out, because this is like, we're only like a half an hour into Brody coming, so this is like the worst you're going to see it. Like every day, it's gonna, you'll see as I put out videos, it's going to be better and more agreement, the right way, better, better, better. So even here, he turns around, but I just tap the leash a little bit. Now, when you see this type of stubbornness, this is where I'm not going to expect to do like a whole circle with 10 steps, okay? This is like, I'll probably get in a couple, maybe 2, okay? Then I'll give Brody a break. He'll go back in the crate, not for punishment, just to give him a few minutes to relax, because this is a process, okay? This is something where the conversation is going to be happening back and forth. Now I'm going to take another step with him, or another couple steps with him. Again, more agreeable this time, and tell right away, okay, he's into the sit, I do the push-pull, and again, we're going to hang out here for a moment. And this right away starts to generate focus too, because you notice that inwardness there, his attention started to come on me more and more. Now even here with the choke chain, I'm using the choke chain to create, so I can gain more leverage over him, but here, just explain this, oftentimes it's just enough influence when I'm hanging out like this that it looks tight, really tight on him, but there's just enough to keep it high on his neck. Okay, so this is very much, there's just a minimum amount so that but there's enough there, okay, so there is still some there, I call it like a, parental level as I call it, where it's enough there that he feels that I'm in control. And then therefore when I do assert a little bit more, I don't have to work off, it's not going to be jerky and where you're cranking and yanking. Okay, this is about understanding the level of control happening at any given moment, because I'm dialed into the relationship the right way. I'm dialed into his mind the right way. Right here, he's got a level of that type of stinking thinking going on. And so even here, for example, if I just tap a little bit, and I don't expect that he's going to be looking up at me in my eyes, okay? This is just about him being with me, okay? There's a feeling of inwardness, of being with me, but there's definitely going to be a little bit of not liking here in the first little bit. So I take another step forward. As I step forward, I capture his bum, back into that sit, little push-pull. That push and pull helps to generate another little moment of influence, of focus. And then this is where, okay, this is just like getting it going a little bit. I'm going to be ending this little session, okay, this kind of introductory, getting things going session here in just a moment. So I'll say, Brody, okay, this is typical, okay, but this gives me, again, when you talk about assessing a dog, it's about, influence and control being part of the equation, intent, okay, that's one with him understanding what I want through how I'm moving the leash, right? That's the other thing that you have to apply critical thinking, okay, because he has the ability to move forward. Understand that when I apply, some control over him and some influence with how I'm moving that leash, he understands that, what I want. The issue about commands, the reason I want to use commands is that when you use commands based on what you've already established in the relationship, the motives can be already completely sideways. And so Brody could say, I could say sit, he could sit, but there's a certain expectations already been set up. Oh, I do a sit, I get treats. I do a sit, so so he'd be in full control. So this is where you have to apply critical thinking to a process, understand why you're doing things the way you're doing them, why you want to make sure that you're moving forward the right way. So again, Brody, beautiful dog, golden retriever, 8 months old. And so the idea here, or the expectation, is start to generate focus the right way. And then once you do that, then you can start to motivate responses to what you want through service dog training. Understand there's a process, there's a sequence. So the first part of the training process is to generate the relationship change first, the right focus first. Then we get into, and then that's where you get into the going out in different areas and getting, starting to go in more distracting places, other dogs around, and he'll start to be just fine. So again, doing really good. I'm gonna give him a little break here. We put more videos out here in a little bit.